Hello and welcome back to the Plato Complete Works series. Today we're going to be analyzing, dissecting, thinking about, talking about, philosophizing, extracting the wisdom from Cratylus, if I'm saying that correctly. So what a surprise. We've got another long, confusing dialogue. I'm just going to pick out one thing that I really enjoyed pondering over and really contemplating is this idea that, this question of, well, where do words come from? They call it names in the books. That confused me for a bit. The Greek word for name means words. So they're actually just talking about words in general. And Socrates is like, well, can some words be more true than others, and are some words more false than others? Is there a true or false with each word? Which is very interesting, because a lot of the time we're talking to someone, explaining something, and if you're on the same page and it's very clear communication, then with an 80-90% range of being the same. But the problem is, because all of our brains are so different, we interpret words differently. When we hear a word, all of our brains have different meanings and understandings of every single word. So Socrates whips out his etymological knowledge and he starts breaking down some of the words, and he goes, well, this word, you can tell they've really thought about it and it works really well, and that's more closely. And then this word here. So that's very interesting, is to think, okay, well, we all actually interpret words differently. We all have a different understanding and meaning to all different words. So it's very important when you're communicating or writing to think about, well, how do others perceive this word, and how can I reduce the amount of confusion the most? And when you look deeper into the meaning of words, it's like, what do I actually mean? Because here is the next level, the deeper analysis and understanding. I think Socrates or Plato doesn't explain this in the book here, which I'm going to extract, is that all words distort reality. So all words, there's no words that can represent the truth, because the truth is a transcendence and an inner knowing, a love, a wisdom, a presence. When you're in a state of love, wisdom, gratitude, inspiration, enthusiasm, there is no words to describe it. The closest words to describe it is thank you, I love you. You are connected to the higher soul and sort of spiritual realm. You've transcended above the physical realm to get to that spiritual knowing of love and wisdom. And I think that is the objective of the philosopher, is for himself to obtain that state of love and wisdom, and then to teach others how to do the same. So words are simply tools or instruments for us to bring us to a state of that love, wisdom, and knowing. So keep that in mind when you are reading or listening or talking to someone, is, okay, well, what am I trying to teach here, or what am I trying to learn? And how can I break down all of the words I'm using in a very simple way, so that there's less confusion? And am I tailoring the words that I'm using to the level of the listener? Or perfect example, if you're reading, like, great thing if you're reading a fucking dialogue from 2000 years ago, is you look up the meanings of words. You look up the etymology, which really inspired me, this book, to look up the meanings of words, because there is such a deep, where the fuck do words come from, basically? And there's new slang and nomenclature, and the lexicon's updating every fucking day. Yeet and slang cunt. Apparently that means you look really good. There's all these new words that are constantly coming up. So it's very interesting to look at, where do these words come from? What's the meaning of it? What am I actually trying to convey? And real truth, real knowledge, you can't explain it with words. Words are tools and instruments to help us get to a state of love and knowledge and wisdom. So the tools that were used in this dialogue were to help us to understand. Let's not get bogged down into this idea of, okay, if it's a word, then that's what it is. And if it's a word, then that's what it is. And there's no, that's true. And, there's no words that are true, because all words distort reality. Anything that isn't love is a lie. The truth is transcendent. So that's my takeaways from Cratylus. Please look at some of the other videos I've got on the Plato series. I'm doing all of them in the complete works. Thank you for watching.